Hello and welcome to another Grumpy's Rehab Facility. I think it's number 26 now. So that's 26 weeks that I'm running this show. Also, I'm gonna try to keep quiet because my girl is upstairs and she's asleep, and my girlfriend, and I don't want to wake her up. So I wanted to talk about one thing here, and one thing only, and that is if Star Citizen is a time sink. And yeah, let's just roll the intro and let's talk about it.
Hello, my name is Grumpy. Got the grumpy eye. Got the grumpy. Got the grumpy eye. Grumpy. Got the grumpy eye. Got the grumpy eye.
Alright, so I'm gonna talk a bit louder because like the fucking intro is so loud, and I don't want this to turn into a fucking smooth jazz radio channel or ASMR channel. So yeah, first off, we always talk about the channel, and we're gonna talk about it again. It's been awesome, like the past few weeks. Like I love you guys. We have a bunch of new subscribers, and thank you for subscribing, and also thank you to my patrons because you guys are fucking amazing. Like, I just want to hug you. And if you want to become a patron and receive a virtual hug from me, you can do it by clicking on the link in the info section of the video. Anyway, after that, we can talk about Star Citizen. So, I'm starting to feel that Star Citizen is turning into a huge fucking time sink. And, like, here's why. Most of the missions take a long time to do. When I say a long time, it's not like one game of Squad, which can take like an hour and a half. It's just like if you do an ERT mission, a bounty hunting mission, you are probably gonna get like somewhere about like 100k from that mission for like killing 3 ships in atmosphere or around it. It doesn't really matter. But basically, the issue is that it takes a long time. So I already did a video on like why Port Olisar is good and why is it better than every other port, and everything at some point everything is gonna be basically the same because we're gonna have hangars all around the verse, right? So it took me like 2.5 or 3 minutes to get into the ship and off the pad if I spawned on like Everest, and that's like the best case scenario. That like takes at least like 2 minutes. It took me like 56 seconds or 1 minute on Olisar, which is like cutting the time in half, right? Now after that, you gotta jump to a location where you're gonna do the ERT mission, and you're gonna spend like, I don't know, about 1.5 minutes or I don't know, 2 minutes trying to get to it. And like this is the best case scenario, but let's say that it's 2 minutes. And then you're gonna take at least like 5 minutes, depending on like what are you flying in and what like loadout you have. You're gonna spend at least 5 minutes trying to kill the ERT mission, like the single bounty. And when I say 5 minutes, I'm just saying that like that's about like how much it takes to kill the guy, the main guy that you have to kill. And depending on what you're having, like what you're flying, if your aim is good, etc., etc., it should take you about like 5 minutes to finish a single guy or finish off a single guy that's in a hammerhead. The rest of the guys, it takes like 1 to 2 minutes if you are good. So that's like all 8 minutes. Let's say that the killing people is gonna take you 10 minutes, but when you count in 3 jumps and 2 minutes that you're getting off the pad, that is already like 17-18 minutes, right? And I know that you can get an Andromeda. I do it, obviously. You can get an Ion, you can get a Redeemer, whatever, and you can do it faster. You can kill like the hammerheads much faster. But I'm saying that like if you're in a Buck or an Arrow or a Gladius or any other fighter, it's gonna take you about like 17-18 minutes to finish the mission. And that sounds amazing, but you gotta understand that you gotta land somewhere and like reload your shit or just refuel the ship, and that also takes time. Bugs also take time, but like let's round it up to 20 minutes so it's easier to count, right? If it takes 20 minutes to earn 100k, if you want to buy a carrot, and by the way, like bounty hunting is still the most profitable thing to do. And like you can say that mining is profitable, yes, only if you're lucky and if you're just finding good rocks. But mining is, yeah, like you can spend an hour and a half or 2 hours not finding anything, and then it can take you like 20 minutes to break, collect, and haul that ore back to the station where you can refine it and like wait for like 2 days, or I don't know if you want to pay more. But let's say that like bounty hunting is right now, it is like the most profitable thing to do. If you do a single ERT in 20 minutes and you get 100k, if you want to buy a carrot, you will need to do 267 ERT missions, like ERT group bounty missions, which if you multiply the 267 missions that you have to do by like with 20 minutes that it's gonna take per single mission, of course it's gonna be more, but let's say it's just 20 minutes and you're not spending your time doing anything else, that is going to take 5,335 minutes out of your life, which divided by 60, because there's 60 minutes in an hour, that's going to take you 88 hours, which divided by, or 89 hours actually, which divided by, I'm currently doing it right now, by the way, which divided by 24, and that's going to be 3.7 days of constant grinding. 24/7 grinding. Now you may say, well, yeah, that's actually not that bad, but if you count in all the things that you need to pay for, so you need to pay for expediting your ships, you need to pay for refueling, for a bunch of shit. And like, I know it's not that bad, but like, here's the thing, they get you at the small numbers, and those small numbers, when they like bunch up, it's actually a lot. So I'm gonna talk about like my experience in the PTU, like in the 3.13, I think, or 3.12 PTU, we got all the ships, the like CAG gave us all the ships just to have, to test out the game, and they also gave us 15 million AUAC to buy components for those ships, which they don't do anymore. I don't know why. Like the past 2 or 3 PTUs were just like, here's 15 million, you don't get any ships, fuck you. So anyway, what happened when we got all the ships and 15 million? I have spent all my money on components. And I didn't even like equip like half of the ships that I had in my fleet in the PTU, and that just goes to say how much actual like a UAC or UAC at some point you will spend on equipping your ships with like components and stuff. And like when you add in weapons, and like eventually we're gonna have to have food, and we will have to transfer our ships from point A to point B, like our components and all the stuff and all the expenses that we're gonna have, and all the time sinks that are being added, like the inventory system that's completely fucking broken, but at some point it will work, and it'll be still, if they keep this design, it's gonna be a time sink. And at some point when like salvage is here, like you're gonna lose those components because somebody's gonna kill you and steal your components, etc, etc, and you're gonna lose more and more money, and you're gonna have more and more like time sinks. But currently, let's say that it takes you, if you have a Buccaneer or something like that, it will take you 4 days, like 24/7 grinding to get a carrack, if you want to get a carrack, and that's the best case scenario. And you know what, like carracks are not the biggest ships in the game. There's gonna be an Idris, there's gonna be a Javelin, there's gonna be I don't know, a Banu merchantman, there's gonna be a bunch of big ships, a capital sized ships that you're gonna have to pay for. And they're gonna cost more than the 890 jump, because the 890 jump is just beautiful, but it doesn't do anything. But like the Kraken or I don't know, the Banu Merchantman are gonna do stuff. And yeah, like what then? How long is it gonna take you to do that? Like 10 days, 24/7? I know that I have been grinding in 3.13 when like it was really easy to grind, because like hammerheads took, I don't know, I really like, you could kill a hammerhead in like 30 seconds with a hornet, and I was grinding for a hammerhead for like 2 weeks straight. I wasn't even fucking playing with my org. I was just like, no, thank you guys. I'm just gonna grind because I want that hammerhead. And it took me a long fucking time. And in the end, I was so pissed off. Obviously, like, here's the thing. If you want to grind, there's gonna be ships that are gonna like help you grind more. And then you're gonna focus on getting those so you can get like grinding faster. And that's when I bought them all. And then I had to buy a caterpillar so I can like haul my shit, like refined ores, back to ArcCorp so I can sell them and get the money. And it took me 2.5 weeks of like basically 16 hours a day grinding, or 10, it doesn't fucking matter. Like basically most of my time that I was online, I was just grinding with like music in the background and stuff like that. And like if you count in all the bugs that could happen, or if we say that the game is finished and everything is working marvelous, you're gonna lose a lot of money doing like basically nothing. Maybe you're gonna haul and there's gonna be, because server meshing is working and there's thousands of people around you, and like Stanton is fucking active, and then you're gonna lose a lot of money when you get pirated, because you know that you're gonna get pirated because there's gonna be pirates everywhere. And also on top of that, CAG is introducing more and more time sync features into the game that like gradually, they're not gonna do everything at the same time, but they're gonna introduce more and more of them gradually, and you will not notice the big difference that happened in like a year span. You're gonna just notice like, yeah, the patch before was a bit like better because you could grind faster. So what's gonna happen, if you're like a cargo hauler or a miner, you will need to load all those crates into your ships by hand. And that's a time sink too. Are they gonna raise the payout? I'm pretty sure that they're not. Like, why would they? Seriously, like just think about it. That will incentivize people to buy more ships from the store, from like the actual store with their own money, with real money. Especially because they're gonna add more and more like overpowered pieces of ships. And like, why would you just wait and grind with your like, I don't know, Avenger Titan to get Banu Merchantman when you can just spend your money? Cause like, who is a fucking no-lifer like me that's gonna spend I don't know how many fucking hours of like his own time, and who has enough time in his fucking 30s to just sit and grind for hours and hours and days to get a hammerhead or a Banu Merchantman or a fucking Karak or a privateer or whatever. The answer is no one, except maybe streamers and YouTubers, and that's it. But they also can get money from their community. And like, why would they bother when they can just buy all the ships? Or maybe they're like sponsored by CAG and they just give them ships to like give out, or just to have some of the ships. Like, who else can do that? I don't know many people that can actually spend that amount of time. Unless you're a no-lifer, like I am. And that's okay. But I'm a YouTuber also. Maybe at some point I'm gonna get some ships from CAG. Probably not, because they probably don't like my channel. I have a mild feeling like a tingle in my genital area, and it's like, I'm pretty sure that tingle is telling me that they don't really like my channel. I'm pretty sure that they don't. But anyway, let's talk about how many box missions would it take you to fucking get to a Carrack so you can like get yourself a Carrack in the game? So since a single box mission is gonna give you 3,000 AUAC for like, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes of playing. So 26 million 26,657, and I'm gonna write it up there, divided by 3,000, there we go, is 888 box missions times, let's say 15 minutes. That's 13,328 minutes divided by 60 so we can see it in the hours. And that is 222 hours divided by 24 because we want to see how many days. 9.5 days. No, it's 9.2, but fuck it. 10 days. Really. Of like 24/7 grinding. That is awesome, right? And since you want to have more ships, because some ships are better than the others, and some ships can do stuff better than the others. You're not gonna dogfight in a Carrack, obviously. You will need to get a Gladius, or a Ion, or you're gonna have to have a Scorpius, or they're gonna introduce something else. And then you'll need a mining ship, right? Well, okay, there's gonna be a mole or a prospector, or the Odyssey, or just the leaked Argo, well, it's an Argo cargo with a mining laser, but I'm not sure that is actually gonna be a thing. But yeah, one of those. Maybe they're probably gonna release another ship. And then, on top of that, when you have a mining ship, well, you need to hold that shit. So you will need to get a Caterpillar, or a C2, or an A2, or speaking of the A2, like if you want to bomb shit, you will need to have an A2. And like it just goes on. And you never get to that Carrack or I don't know, the Kraken Privateer that you were grinding for, because I'm pretty sure that the Kraken Privateer is gonna be like at least 60 or 80 mil. And of course, you will need to like refuel those and like pay for insurance in the game at some point. And you will need to expedite and claim and like pay for components, pay other people to transfer you those components, and then like the list just goes on and on and on. And if you're a part of an org, of course you're gonna send some money to other people. And you see where I'm going with this. This game, okay, I wouldn't mind the elevators that much if the payout for being in a fucking elevator was bigger. Because here's the thing, if you want to mine, you gotta go there, try to find a good rock on like Lyria or whatever, crack it and come back. It's gonna take you like 2 hours, and then like you gotta get into an elevator, go up to the terminals, store the fucking ship so that it doesn't explode, then go up another elevator, go into the refinery, refine your ore, and then go back into the elevator, and then wait in the elevator, and then go back to the ship terminal, and then like get your ship on the pad, and then go into another elevator, and then wait in the elevator, and then go back and get into your ship and repair it and refuel it and go back to mining. And you're gonna do that like 60 fucking times a day, basically, if you want to grind for that Carrack or the Privateer or I don't know, whatever, a merchantman. And you know what? You're gonna do the same thing over and over again when you're gonna use those elevators to like hold your cargo back. And on top of that, you will need to stick each box inside the fucking thing, inside the Caterpillar, inside whatever you're gonna use. So that's gonna be really fun, right? Also, they're not talking about this, but you will probably need to get those boxes out of your ship. I'm just like guessing because they didn't tell us anything about that. And yeah, is that like not elite dangerous grinding at that point, right? Like currently I just want to have fun in the game, and like most of the fun that I had was Jumptown and killing people on Jumptown and being killed, but mostly killing people, and it was really fun. It was really fun, even though I think that it should be done completely differently, but yeah, it is what it is. We got what we got, and we got to deal with it. But yeah, it was a fun experience, I guess. But I lost money. I like just lost money. I wasn't there to get money or those boxes from Jumptown. I was there to PvP. I was there to claim Jumptown as my own home, basically. And if you wanna invade my own home, there is nothing that says hippity hoppity get off my property better than an Ares ion or an arrow or something like that. It was just fun. It was just a fun experience. I basically did not earn anything, like no money. I lost money on Jumptown 2.0, and that's okay. At least I had some fun, but I didn't grind. Therefore, I didn't get any of the ships that I wanted or that I need just to play the game, to continue playing the game. I gave up on the Hammerhead. I'm not gonna grind for anything anymore, because with all the wipes and everything that we're having, like, there's no fucking point. If somebody wants to send me some money, great. If not, I'm just gonna be there in PvP. I'm slowly turning to the dark side, and I'm slowly becoming, well, not a griefer, not a pirate, but a PvPer that just like asks for trouble and gets a lot of trouble. And yeah, I just like killing people in this game at this point. Of course, it's completely fucking broken, and desync and everything is just fucking ugh. But I'm going off on a tangent. Like, Jumptown is one of the things that like got me thinking, like, okay, this game can be fun. It could be fun. I did like make some money the first time we did it. The second time, like the last Jumptown that we had today or yesterday for you guys, or I think it should be still active when the video rolls. Like, it was just like, for me, it was just PvPing, and I didn't care about anything else. But it like showed me what this game could be if it actually worked, and also it showed me that like being a part of a bigger org is gonna help you out a lot when server meshing comes to fruition, because the only time that we actually got stomped or killed by people is when they are organized themselves, or when a bigger org, like 20 people, came to us when there was like just 5 of us, and they just stomped us because they have power in numbers. And on top of that, like, controlling a site like Jumptown is easier because you can have more people that are hauling or just like delivering boxes to the ship, and like you can have more people in the sky, obviously, which is not easy when there's just like 4 or 5 of you. But when there's 4 or 5 of you, the split is much better. When there's 20 of you, the split is gonna be trash for the same amount of time, right? So they will need to spend more time. And the main issue was for all the guys that like when a bigger or a better PvP org comes there, they're just gonna get all the boxes, and they're like all the boxes that you took out that you were about to store into your ship, they're just gonna come and destroy your ships and get your boxes. We did that to other people, and we had that happen to us. And like the last time I played with my org, we just destroyed our boxes before we got run over, because like there was 2 of us in the sky. Most of the people from my org crashed and left, like their games crashed, or they just got fucking pissed off because of the state of the game. Because like whenever Star Citizen sees that you have an urgent fucking thing that you need to do when you're in a hurry, that's the time when it shows you its bugs in the brightest fucking light. And like in the end, like there was 2 of us in the air, and no, actually like 2 of us in a single hurricane, and we got like overwhelmed by 7 Gladiuses, and you can't really, like, Hurricane is OP, but you can't really do shit, and we had like 2 people on the ground trying to like get the boxes into the ship, and obviously I just told them, yeah guys, just fucking destroy the boxes so they don't get our shit, basically. Now, to get back to the topic, because this had a lot to do with the topic, you as a part of the org, you can only grind for yourself. You cannot grind for the org. You cannot grind together to get a hammerhead, because yeah, you can send money to each other and then they're gonna tax you for sending money for no fucking reason. But of course, like, it's COG. But you can grind, you can as an org get a ship, but that ship is gonna be on a single account, and then what? Like that, like when you have to pull out a hammerhead, well, that dude is sleeping, or he just like he's in school, or he's at work, or he's jerking off. It doesn't fucking matter. He's doing something else. And we had it happen, like we needed an A2 so we can bomb the whole fucking Jumptown, and then what? Like we couldn't do it, so we had to like try something else. And my friend melted his ships so he can get the money so he could get the A2. Because the other friend that has an A2 is just not playing and he's with his family or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, and then like they say that they are incentivizing org play without like the fucking party is bugged forever now. Like you respawn and you lose the party marker, etc, etc, etc. So org play and like grinding for an org ship is not gonna work. Not with this model that CAG is forcing on us, basically. And they are forcing on us, because like if they did what they are saying that they will do for ages now, like we could just like buy with real money, like just all of us chip in and buy a bigger, better ship, or just have a hammerhead that everybody else could pull out. But no, you can't do that. You can't do that right now. So you need to grind, and more people need to grind so we can have like 4 hammerheads or something like that. So yeah, like on top of that, medical gameplay and all of that shit and all of the stuff that's gonna be introduced into the game is just gonna be more and more time sinks, and if they do not raise the payout of everything, basically, you will be grinding your ass off like much more than anybody did in Elite Dangerous, so, or any other game for that matter. So yeah, like fuck me, how are they incentivizing org play? Like even the fucking party system is completely broken. I don't know, guys. Like, comment in the section below what you think about this, and if I'm right, and if you need these things to change. And yeah, that is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to bring a towel when you are traveling through space. And subscribe, subscribe. Thank you, love you, bye. Mwah.